would just like to apologize about not getting my vlog up last week. It was a long week and started a new job and it didn't end well. But that being said, let's get started. um, let's see here. Okay, so last week when I was supposed to do this, I was supposed to do inspirations and such. And of course, I'm going to mention Frank, but for a different reason. Because whenever Frank shows up on the SNS board and he kind of pops his head in and says, "Hey guys, look at this," and then gives us a link or a picture or a story or something, every time he does that and I read it, something goes off in my head and I come up with a secret. I don't know how, I don't know why, but just off the top of my head, something will just appear and be like, "Hey, you can make a big secret out of this." And I don't know what exactly or how that happens. So, thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. Now, another one that that I've taken a lot of interest in, long time, let's see here, 5 years ago or something like that. So I started with Christopher Reeve. Now, my mother got this book. I think it was at a yard sale, like a quarter or something like that, and it just kind of laid in my room for about 3 years, and then and I got bored one day and picked it up and started reading it. And it's Christopher Reeve's autobiography, and he starts, talking about, well, it starts with the accident, and then he goes back to talk about his childhood, and then his life since the accident and such like that. And it's also about why I am very pro stem cell research, which, a lot of people, well, I learned a lot about stem cell research by doing a paper on him, based on his autobiography. And a lot of people, like, as soon as they hear stem cells, they start thinking, like, aborted babies and getting stem cells from there and all that stuff, and they freak out about it. But there are really other ways to get stem cells. So it's not like you have to have it this way. You can get it from from like large bones. You can find them in there. There's ways you can take like a skin cell and a woman's egg, merge them with an electrical process, so it doesn't really have any chance of ever being alive because it doesn't have the genetic material to create a child. And what will happen is that it'll develop enough to create stem cells, and you're not killing anything because it didn't have any chance of ever being alive, but it produces the stem cells anyway. And so, if people would actually learn a little bit about this, maybe there's a chance that, somebody who had a C1, C2 fracture in their neck and can no longer breathe on their own could actually recover and have a, mostly full movement. It also has a chance to cure certain cancers or sickle cell anemia or something like that. And it's just really sad when people freak out over stem cells because of one of the ways that it could be produced. And yeah, so this runs up until I think it's 97. So it's his life through 97, and he actually died when I was doing the research paper, and it made me really sad. Or it was like after the research paper, right after. But anyway, so that's my very short list of inspirational people. Let's see here, there's a couple people in my life, and I actually made a picture here about it. I'll post it up over here, or there. I'll put the link to it. yeah, so I'm going to cut this short because I actually have another vlog I need to do to catch up. So I'm going to leave. Later.